So kudlow, guess what the meeting this morning is going to be about? I do have one from yesterday about Manchin moving shit around and Caesar's Complex on the floor for COVID, but I'll bring the books in for it this time. And looking at him, it's like watching a West Virginian tell you something can't be done. Well, there's probably a way, but he didn't look at the graph correctly. Infrastructure for what you could do for cost, it's a math problem. The number is definitely wrong, but they're pushing X, Y, and Z at the same time to get the number, which is a bad cow. You don't want that cow. You want to be able to shoot that fucking moo cow right in the face from day one, not just be like, I love you, Betsy from Blue, Nebraska, and I love all the Democrats out there. Bang, shoot that mother.
I can't vote for it, and I cannot vote to continue with this piece of legislation.
Get
I
that
just can't.
shocker collar vote button going right now. So no vote.
You're done. This is a no.
This is a no.
Right, get that thing going. These guys, no kudlow, bad kudlow.
Joe Manchin's official statement, published by his office, was as clear as could be, and he repeated themes that he has consistently expressed for the past 6
Work
months.
for the train dogs. They need to. That company, some of those other ones.
Not 1.75. It is not paid for. The spending will promote even more inflation. The
You get
electric
numbers.
grid and all our energy infrastructure will be severely damaged, sinking the economy and jacking up
Well, the
costs.
game of not playing is they can be like, well, don't put money on it then. Work, go in the middle, make money. That's kind of the point. Now, that makes its own problems. That makes its own problems, making those kinds of 45s hard. I try to pull hard on the mill, I like to set it up so it's good. You could probably have a Christmas vacation coming up here in a couple of days. Work my way to Friday, and well, they usually give you an extra day off or something. Catch things. Anyways, that would, okay, you didn't kill it this time for infrastructure policy, the loose lid design, though, however we keep it rolling for COVID, whatever it turns to doomslayers that year.
I continue to believe the Biden policy agenda is now
Spooky monsters under the table,
It was all wound up in this monstrosity bill, and that's over. Now, there may be some new bill next year, but it's going to have to be a lot different to get any traction. This bill is killed. Now the question is, can Biden preserve
move that
his
thing around too
presidency,
much,
which looks to be
We turn
failing?
this building into whatever marshmallow factory I want it to be. We can make board up. We want to just use that table, lay another table over it and get a bunch of Mexicans folding clothes, and it's a laundry shop now. Pull out the machines or melt it down.
The Democratic Party. But Joe Biden and
Got
his
property,
radical
right?
left-wing
Shangri-La
progressives
build, man.
are killing the Democratic Party. Any kind
Well,
of
using
new
Biden's play, fuck, you
bill
can borrow whatever money
won't
you want. It's town-payer
White
money.
House
This
in
is
denial of their
a
failures
town square
will not
build,
help.
buddy. You got to put
I
it
can
into
only
this
think
one.
back 25
And you got to
years
think about
ago
the other
to the
crews.
Bill Clinton
What's
years,
the
okay? It's
what's
an
the load on
interesting
that? So
historical metaphor.
that's all hold on
Clinton
trickle.
got
It's
whooped
like,
badly in
well, it's sitting there
1994,
being done. It'll
leading
continue
to
to be
a
sitting money
Republican
until you
takeover of
ready
both
to
the Senate
trickle them
and the
out,
House
have it done. That's
after the
great.
defeat
It takes a
of
lot of
Hillary
security
Care
risk
to
off of
nationalize
it
the health
and
sector.
keeps the squishy
After a big tax
chest
hike
on
on
it.
small business. So what did Clinton do?
That's cool.
Well, he gave a State of the Union speech
It's
in January
getting colder
95,
on turn and
declaring
making money.
the era of big government is over.
Starts cutting in my
In other
bonus if I
words,
take
he
days off.
pivoted to the center and proceeded to work with Republicans like Newt Gingrich. They had dramatic welfare reform with workfare. They had federal spending restraint. They had a capital gains tax cut. The economy
Craziness.
rebounded, and Clinton won the presidency in 96.
Well, there was a big one about inflation
Bill Clinton
across
was a
the
smart
board. They've been
politician.
dropped for satire.
Well, Joe
Obviously, it's
Biden
not
followed the
factoring
Clinton
Tim
path.
Cook's photons from
think
back
so.
in the day of
I
1
think he's way
billion to
too
3
left.
or 1
So is his vice
1
president,
billion to
so is
3
his
billion
senior staff, and
on
so are
trillion
the
to 5 trillion on
Democratic
different
leaders.
time notes for
Bill
adjusting
Clinton
that
and Al
structure.
Gore were
Whoever
really
did it doesn't
moderately
matter.
conservative,
The base on the
solid
program has
Democrats.
to be able to base the math, because if they
Biden
could,
and Kamala
they would have inevitably
are
come to an
far-left
answer.
progressive
The photons on the limit give you
They have
who,
10
what, when, where, why, and the
years,
player, which is
and
an
they have
actual base of the
bad
information,
policy
instead of just giving up
Now
some
here's a wild thought.
Switzerland
This
player
happens
from
to
Russia has
How
extreme economic consequences for
Manchin
some card that was
runs for
definitely
president
uranium
in
across the board of
2024
just being,
as
we didn't
a
let anybody do
Democrat.
those things. You know more of those
As a
things at the
Democrat.
Chicago Spirit
Okay.
SCP?
Save
Well,
America.
talk.
Kill the bill.